Good evening and welcome to the July 31st special council meeting. It is 6 p.m. Mr. Hoover, will you please call the roll?
Ms. Brandt.
Here.
Mr. Ferraro.
Here.
Mr. Finley.
Here.
Mr. Garvis.
Here.
Mr. Ventura.
Here.
And we will be considering Resolution 52, 2025 this evening.
Mayor, I'd like to offer Resolution 52, 2025 for its first, second, and third reading by title only.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Emergency resolution amending resolution number 46, 2025 relative to the renewal of an existing 5.07 mil tax levy.
Director Goodetti.
So this resolution proposes to amend the resolution to proceed, which you previously passed, which basically requested the Board of Elections to place the operating levy renewal on the ballot. The Secretary of State for the state of Ohio released some guidance very recently, which recommended that some of the ballot language be changed. Very simplistically, instead of expressing the levy in terms of cents per $100, the Secretary of State wants it to be expressed in terms of dollars per $100,000. So that's really the main change that this resolution would create with the amendment.
I think it's important to point out too, if you could, why it's a special meeting today and why this is occurring, and this is not just us, if you can touch on that.
Right, because our next meeting isn't until about approximately 2 weeks into August. The Secretary of State filing deadline is August 6th at 4 p.m. So there's no regular council meeting that would transpire between now and the next regularly scheduled meeting. So that's why it's necessary to have a special. And there's also an Ohio Supreme Court case that has come out within the past few years, and some attorneys are interpreting it to basically say that the resolution has to be in the final approved format, specifically for ballot language, by that August 6, 4 p.m. deadline. You can't go back and amend it after the fact. So some people are giving that Supreme Court decision that interpretation. So out of an abundance of caution, it's my recommendation that, council pass this tonight so we can have it in place so there's no question as we approach that deadline that we have everything done.
So again, to be clear, poor timing, poor planning, not on our behalf, but more or less the state came out with this and we're having to adhere to their rules and regulations because they came so late in the game.
And from my professional perspective, the revised code provisions that were amended really address the county auditor's responsibilities, and there's nothing in there that specifically states that that has to modify the ballot language. But again, the Secretary of State recently issued the opinion. Most county prosecutors' offices are probably going to follow that guidance. And so to avoid an issue with the Board of Elections, and then ultimately when it gets sent down to the Secretary of State, a little bit simpler just to make this small adjustment.
I think it makes it a little bit more clear for the voters to understand too, right?
I don't think it's a bad thing.
I mean, a lot of this, the language is convoluted, but this actually makes pretty good sense. I mean, in its thought, it's good, just the timing of it wasn't the best. Is that fair?
Yeah, and there's a number of political subdivisions going through this exact thing right now.
Right.
And just to make it clear for residents, this doesn't change any of the amounts that were in any of our previous votes or resolutions. The amount is still the same, it's just expressed differently, and it actually doesn't change the amount of the levies since the 80s, the 60s? 60s. So this is just a wording change for the ballot.
And even more important, again, this has been renewed since the 60s, and these dollars go directly to support our safety forces. I want to be very, very clear about that. These dollars are going directly to support our safety forces. So if there's ever any question as to what these dollars are used for, that is exactly it. Any further discussion? Hearing none, what is your pleasure?
Mayor, I move that we pass and post according to law Resolution 52, 2025.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Resolution 52 carries. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.